Hi, I'm Mike Majeski with UMass Dartmouth Athletics. We're talking Corsair football. I'm joined by head coach Mark Robichaud and junior quarterback Dante Avila-Santos. The Corsairs are off to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 20 years after capturing the MassCAC championship, first time ever in program history. So we got some questions for Coach and Dante. I'm going to start it out with Coach. You've been here for 16 years, and this is the first conference championship for you. You have a lot of the same staff that's been with you for a number of these years. What's kind of gone into building this program to where it is over so many years?
Core of our staff has been there forever. And probably the biggest reason for our success is one of our coaches, Ryan McCormick, who just eats, drinks, and sleeps recruiting. And he has done such an amazing job getting kids to come to our program, like Dante, who are just so talented and have changed everything.
So Dante, we did this last year. We were sitting right here. And at the beginning of the year last year, you were one of the backup quarterbacks and then got thrust into the starting role. This year, you knew you were the starting QB going into week one. How did that kind of change your mindset, and how much more comfortable did you feel knowing you were the starter?
I mean, it's kind of funny that you say that because, as soon as the season ended last year, I kind of went in with the mentality that, they're going to recruit guys better than me, hopefully, to push me. Like you said, we were in the same position last year. Pretty sure Coach said, we're going to recruit guys better than him. So throughout the off season and all that time, I just kind of stayed in my own head, working and, feeling like it's going to work out. You just got to stay the course, go through the grind, trust in your brothers, trust in the coaching staff. And when August 12th comes, work your tail off, and by game one, if you're designated the quarterback, you're designated the quarterback. It's whatever works out for the team, and I just tried to put my best foot forward and, lead this amazing crew of guys around me.
So Coach, week two, you guys ran the table in conference, but week two, non-conference at Anna Maria, took your only loss of the year, high-scoring game. What do you think changed after that loss, especially on the defensive end, because you gave up 60-plus points? Can you just talk to your defense about your defense and what kind of changed after the loss?
Sure, that was a hiccup we weren't expecting. Our defense is so good and has been so good. Anna Maria put up in the air, they caught and ran for a touchdown. And that didn't happen again and won't happen again. It was a wake-up call for all of us. And it got us even more focused than we were before. And so, finishing 9-1, we wish it could have been 10-0, but all the credit to Anna Maria. They had a great game plan and did a great job.
Dante, for you have a ton of weapons around you offensively. Angel Sanchez leads the nation in receiving yards per game, a great offensive line, other wide receivers, great running backs around you. Luis Gonzalez is top 15 in the nation in rushing touchdowns. So how has having that great offense just led to your success?
Yeah, I mean, like you just said, it's the offense around me. I got a lot of weapons out wide, and my front five plus six. Got to shout out my guy Henry, who's always ready on tap. It's just a testament to those guys. The buy-in from day one has been nothing but spectacular, and Coach Sylvester's always putting us in the right positions to succeed on the field. And it's just from top to bottom. From our athletic director to guys like yourself, coaches, everyone. It's a team effort around here, small school, so we all just got to stick together and do it all together. And the field, it's just so fun out there with them because we're all bought in, so there's no, side track, there's no side conversations. Everyone's like locked in all the time, and Saturdays it shows, we get the job done.
Coach, during our Corsair of the Week celebration, you mentioned that Dante was actually recruited to be a wide receiver by a number of schools coming out of high school. When did you think that he could be a great college QB, and why do you think that recruiting him as a quarterback kind of fit for your program?
Well, when we recruited Dante, he primarily came in as a wide receiver, at least in my mind. I know in his mind, he was a quarterback. And he came in the COVID year. And so, when we were working inside the gym primarily, I kept saying, hey, Dante, take a couple reps over there at wide receiver as well. Because we had Steven Gaychuk and we had Matt Gaychuk, and we thought we were in pretty good shape. And Dante would go over there and take one rep, and then he'd come right back to quarterback. And then, in preseason in 21, Dante just was incredible. Even with his incredible camp, Steven Gaychuk, who's an outstanding quarterback, goes down second quarter of the first game. Dante goes in. I almost have a heart attack. and we're not sure what's going to happen. And then Dante just continued to just be absolutely outstanding all year long, and has just continued that and has got such a great future ahead of him. It's incredible to watch.
Dante, you want to touch on that? You were talking in the car how you became a quarterback.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been playing quarterback all my life, but you know, when high school came, had a little hiccup my freshman year as far as transferring schools. Then when I got back to my school's sophomore year, we had a quarterback who was a year older, and you know, I'm a team guy first, so I wanted to see the team win in any way possible. And if you know, we thought the best opportunity was with him at quarterback, I felt, you know, let's go help the team somewhere else and let's play wide receiver. Like we said in the car, you know, later in that season, he ended up going down with a little injury, and I got an opportunity to step in, you know, play a little quarterback, and I think I, you know, succeeded a little bit then. But like I said, for the betterment of the team, went back to wide receiver, and then senior year, finally got the shot to play quarterback for an entire season. And that's, you know, like he said, Coach McCormick, man, the guy just works his tail off recruiting, no matter who you are, where you're from. You know, he's just gonna, if you're a gem, he's gonna find you. So I think that goes a lot to, you know, to the coaching staff as far as who they believe in and what they believe in. So it's just cool to be here now.
Keeping it rolling with Dante, some awards just came out the last couple of days. You earned the Gold Helmet Award for the entire season, Best Player in Division II or III. You also won the MASCAC Offensive Player of the Year Award. What does that mean to you to win that? Who do you give the credit to? I know your offense is very high-powered, so that helps.
Yeah, I mean, number one guy I want to shout out is Steve Gachik. You know, that's my guy. He's been in my back pocket since I've got here. You know, even prior to the COVID year, you know, when we would go work out, and it's just the little small things, you know, when it's just you and him talking about, you know, game situations, preparations, you know, techniques, all that stuff. It goes further than you would, you know, think yourself. But aside from that, man, crazy wideouts, you know, Angel, Mike Vincent, Isaiah Cole, Easton, Coleman, you know, the number of guys, and then like you said, offensive line, plus Henry, you know, the 6 up front, and then the three-headed monster we got. I just, you know, I think it's pretty funny that, you know, people think of us as a three-headed monster, and you know, we're still down 2 realistically with Antonio Brown being out and Marvin's, but you know, when those guys come back, you know, they come back, but right now we're rolling and we're just going to continue to roll.
So I want to get both your thoughts on this. I'm going to start with Coach. Ithaca is the first round matchup. They're the number 9 team in the country. They finished 10-0. They won the Cortica Jug against Cortland in front of 40,000 fans at Yankee Stadium. They got big game experience. I know you've watched the film a little bit. You got more to do. But what are your first thoughts on playing Ithaca?
Oh, Ithaca's an absolutely outstanding team. You know, when looking forward to going there, my only experience with Ithaca was as a player and as a young coach back in the mid-1980s, and that didn't go very well for us. So I'm excited to get back up there and see what we can do. But they are a very, very aggressive, disciplined, athletic team, and they're going to create a challenge for us, but I think we're ready for that challenge.
What do you think about Ithaca, Dante?
I mean, you know, it's a battle of the Lions this week. You know, we're walking into the Lions Den, top whatever team in the country, but you know, like I said with this team, man, you got to see us on Saturdays. We don't care about the rankings. We don't care about the blogs. We see it all. You know, we post it up in our locker room and make sure we see it before we go out to practice. You know, schools might have more funding than us. You know, they might have more whatever, but at the end of the day, you got to see us on Saturdays. So that's all that I'm worried about.
Awesome. Well, thank you both. UMass Dartmouth at Ithaca, first round of the NCAA tournament on Saturday at noon. Hope you all can watch or head to the game.